Before we go into topics of today, I would like to point out that you should be careful when listening to this kind of a content, as in content made for new players and alike. For example, the main reason I started doing these videos was that the new player guides were outdated or simply bad, and this video is no different. Recently, there has been quite a few new player guides made by old content creators, and me noting that the information on those videos was almost more harmful than good, and that fact has almost compelled me to make this video. So, here we are. The reason why the old content creators are so lost is that they have no idea what it is to be a new player at a moment like this, since they do not have a new player account. For example, the resources. Let's say you do what I have told you to do so far. Focus on arena team, raid team, events and scourges. And even on events and scourges, you need to be extra careful with the resources. For example, as an old player, it is really hard to see that it is the tier 2 ability materials and the blue gear that you are going to run out if you are upgrading carelessly. So, to reiterate my campaign guides, questions that you should ask when you are upgrading a character, that is it a part of the arena meta? Is it one of the newest raid teams? And how much upgrading this will help me in scourges and events? And that last question is a great segue to today's bigger topics, the Nova Scourge. Firstly, if you are in the level range to do Nova Scourge, you should have Kang. I think he was free for everyone in the login calendar a short while ago. And if some reason you do not have Kang, I think you should just wait to unlock him from the incursion campaign. And the reasons are following. There are 3 scourges that you should be focusing more than the others, and those are Green Goblin, Nova, and Black Cat. The reason for Black Cat is easy, because she is part of the arena meta and very good character overall, and Green Goblin and Nova are there because both of their scourges require 400,000 points for ranked rewards. For example, in Nova Trials, if you do difficulty 4, all pacts enabled, you are not going to get ranked rewards, and unlocking Nova will be troublesome. Just grab the milestone rewards that you can and move on. Now, on the other hand, if you are level 75/80, you should be pushing towards 550,000 points, which is a sweet spot in terms of milestone rewards, giving you the best for buck in terms of Nova Charge and getting you ranked rewards. And the best characters to use on those Masters of Evil nodes is of course the Kang, Titania and Moonstone. Titania and Moonstone because they hold value in other places as well, and also they can be used on the other nodes in the Nova Scourge as well, in the Global Bio nodes to be exact. Okay, that's enough about Nova. I don't know how important he actually is in today's meta, but it is still nice to have him if you happen to need him. Alright, then the last topic of today, which is Apocalypse for new players. I think there were a couple of content creators that took a challenge to unlock Apocalypse with a new free-to-play player account. And if I recall correctly, this took about 1 year to unlock Baby Apocalypse. And now the question is that was it worth it? For me, personally, I can't even ask that question. Right now, I have all my resources reserved for upcoming raid teams, and after I have upgraded those, I think I am sitting at 0 training mats, and that's about it. Now, my account is just 6 months old, so basically in the next 6 months, I basically could go for Baby Apocalypse, but still the resources spent there. The true answer to this question is that I do not know, because I cannot see the power of Baby Apocalypse. Maybe someone who is at that point of the game, how much does it help on the arena, for example, and in the 6 months, what other characters will come to arena to be better than the baby apocalypse? Although the biggest question I think one should ask is that can you do Dark Dimension 6 without apocalypse? If you can, then this actually becomes a little bit more interesting question. For example, when the gear tier 19 comes to the game with possibly a couple of new characters for global section in Dark Dimension 6, there is a possibility that you can skip apocalypse. However, I think this probably will not happen, and eventually everyone needs to unlock apocalypse. For me, the strategy is basically sit and wait. See if I find myself in a situation that I can easily unlock baby apocalypse, I will probably go for it if the game hasn't changed too much in regards to that. Okay, I think that's enough for this subject. Hope you got something out from my rambling.